Hi, my name is John from Japanese Knife Imports, and today we're going to show you our new Gesshin 8000 grit stone. So like you've seen for many of the Gesshin stones, I love these stones. They tend to be fast cutters. I think that the hardness is relatively good for kitchen knives. Some are a little bit on the harder side, I guess, and some are on the softer side. This 8000 grit stone is a soaking stone, meaning it needs to be soaked about 15 to 20 minutes before you use it. It doesn't need as much soaking as some soaking stones, but still, at least I'd say 5 minutes before you start to use it. Throw it in some water. It's pretty fast cutting, and I've tested it on a bunch of different kinds of steel. Today I'll show you one on blue number 1 and one on the Gesshin Heiji semi-stainless steel, so you can get a sense for what it's like on a couple different kinds of steel. It works up mud pretty quickly, and again, like I said, it's pretty fast cutting. The finish it leaves depends mostly on the kind of steel, the pressure, and the amount of mud you've worked on, but it can range anywhere from a white haziness to almost mirror. So anyways, without further ado, here we go, the Gesshin 8000 grit stone. We'll start off with a carbon steel knife, and this is what it looks like. And you can see it starts to cut immediately. You get a lot of black swarf from the knife, and it works up mud. Now, when I say it's muddy, it's definitely not on the synthetic auto or that kind of stone muddiness. Maybe more similar to like the Suehiro Rika or the Naniwa 1000 grit Akamon, something like that. Kind of like a creamy muddiness. The tactile feedback is also really nice. You can really feel what's going on. It feels nice and grabby, but still kind of smooth. It feels like a finishing stone. Here it gives you a rough idea of what the finish is like. You can see that on this particular knife, the cladding is kind of misty white, and the core steel, the Hagane, is kind of becoming mirror-ish. And so that shows you what it looks like on this kind of carbon steel. Again, blue number 1 steel. And I'll show you again once it's dried off a little bit so you can get a better sense. So again, there's that finish there. And now we'll do it on some semi-stainless steel. I'm going to rinse off the stone so you can see the kind of cutting speed also. And here we go. Again, fast cutting, works up mud. Good feeling. Stainless steels tend to feel a little bit crunchy when you sharpen them anyways, but on here it feels kind of smooth and nice, more so than maybe some other stones that I've tried. So again, similar kind of feeling. Mirror on the Hagane area, or close to mirror, you see some light, faint white wispy scratching, and then more whitish on the Jigane, the cladding. And it's pretty consistent that way as well. As far as burr formation and removal, I find that this stone works pretty well for reducing and removing the burr through pressure control, and you can see when it's dry a little bit the same kind of feeling. And just to give you an idea of what it's like on some solid steel stainless knives, here we have my in-house testing knife. This is the knife that we have around for people to do sharpening on when they come into the store and they want to test out different stones. If they haven't brought their own knives to test out on, we keep this guy around for that. And here it is again. Same fast cutting, same good feeling, same mud workup. Again, the stone is on the softer side. And so on this knife, if you can, well, it's kind of difficult to ignore all the scratching that's happened on this knife, but you can see that the edge is kind of mirrored up a little bit. This knife takes a lot of abuse, so there's a lot of different bevels cut into it. It's difficult to see the finishing from this stone on here, but you can see how fast it cuts, and hopefully you can get a sense of what the feeling is like from the sound and mud workup. Anyways, thanks so much for watching. Again, this is John at Japanese Knife Imports, and I hope you enjoy our new Gesshin 8000 grit stone.